wanted to do an extreme makeover on my neighbor specifically for a really long time. The opportunity presented itself, and today I'm showing you a makeover that you've never seen before. Welcome back to Secrets of a Stylist. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Kim. I'm a fashion stylist, and for those of you who do, welcome back. So I ambushed my neighbor Tammy and I gave her a total makeover. Before I get into the video and introduce Tammy to you, I wanted to say thank you so much to the people that contributed to this video. Dr. Pieri's office, thank you. I've worked with you guys for years. I personally go there. The same thing with Boutique Nails. I love you. And Pomme Salon. I will leave a link to all of those places down below. If you want to look and feel fantastic, those are the places that I personally go. Okay, Tammy, come on in. Say hi to the people, Tammy.
Hi.
Okay, so this is my neighbor Tammy, and she always is doing things for everyone else, taking care of everyone else, always. And so I've always wanted to do a makeover for you and help you out because I know that you just don't put any effort into yourself. Even though I have seen her style, and Tammy actually does have really good style. She buys nice things. And Tammy has an apple body type. So here's the before. Here is my darling Tammy, dressed in her turtleneck that goes right up to her neck to make sure that nothing is left uncovered. And a pair of pants that maybe aren't the right size. And yeah, but you know, looking cute, but we're gonna do better. First up for Tammy, I took her to my personal hairstylist. Nicole has been my hairstylist for probably 6 years. She owns Pomme Salon. She is a ball of energy. She does many celebrities' hair. I adore her. She took Tammy and took what was like overgrown, untreated hair that hadn't been cared for in many months and gave her a beautiful balayage color and cut. For someone like Tammy, who's only 5'4", her hair was really kind of overwhelming her. She works out of her house. She doesn't really want to do her hair. So with a nice, crisp, shorter cut, it makes it easier for her to do. It's also a little more contemporary, very sleek, on trend, kind of like a long bob. I love it. It makes her look immediately up to date. The second stop was I sent Tammy over to the Pieri clinic. The Pieri clinic, for those of you guys who live in Canada, is in Kelowna. This is where I personally go. Andrew Pieri is a physician and one of the best, I believe, in Kelowna. He deals with hormone therapy and all of the beautiful things that you would like to have done to your face that you see on TV. He is an expert. Him and his team are friends of mine. I've worked with them for a very long time, and I've probably been going there for about 10 years. Tammy has struggled with her skin for years. She let me know that she suffered from acne and she has a hard time with oily skin and pores and hasn't actually done anything for herself ever. Their team decided to do a microdermabrasion for lack of sophistication or a sophisticated description. It's basically like a little vacuum that sucks everything out of your pores. So they did a microdermabrasion and finished that with what's called a Hollywood peel. Tammy had a big number 11 in the middle of her forehead. That's what I call it. My friends and I had one too. And they actually decided to use some filler. So for those of you guys who are into it and you've always wondered how it works and what it looks like, I'm gonna show you the befores and afters. If this is not your thing, then bypass that part. It's not a big deal. I personally am a fan. I think it can make actually a dramatic difference.
So I'm just drawing on your face here to give myself an idea of where to best put the filler. There you go. Here's the mirror and you can have a peek at things.
Oh my goodness. Holy crumb.
Isn't that amazing?
That is astonishing.
The final stop from an aesthetic point of view, I sent Tammy over to my friend Dawn, who owns Boutique Esthetics in Kelowna. They actually do everything there. You'll have to take a look, anything from nails to facials. It's just a wide variety of aesthetic solutions they provide. So Tammy is she's very fair with a little bit of a redhead going on. And so she actually had barely their eyebrows. Dawn actually suggested that they just dye her eyebrows and her eyelashes and gave them a curl, a permanent curl. So that's what they did. It was the most amazing change. Just that simple thing lifted Tammy's eyelashes, brightened her eyes, and her eyebrows really beautifully frame her face. Now Tammy can wake up and go to work at her computer and never has to touch her eyelashes or eyebrows, and she looks instantly back to life. Oh my goodness! Here she is. Here is Tammy. So something I loved about this is that Tammy hardly ever wears color. And so I saw this shirt actually when I was pulling for TV and I fell in love with it. I loved the color. I thought it would really jump out on her. Something else, because she's an apple body type, I wanted something that was open, a V-neck at the top. And then we added a necklace. That's the Kim XO necklace, if any of you guys are interested. I'll leave a link to that down below. And then moving on to the jeans, I fell in love with these jeans. I liked the light color for spring. They're super casual, very comfy and cozy, stretchy. And then Tammy paired them with, these are her favorite boots. And it's always important to make sure that even in any type of makeover, you are always yourself. I feel like this is very Tammy, or what Tammy would normally do. And those boots are her own, and they're kind of like a biker flat style. So cute. Okay, Tammy, it's your big reveal. What do you think?
I didn't know I could look like this.
That's
It's
awesome.
pretty amazing. I kind of felt like I was hiding before, and I don't feel like that now. I kind of feel like I'm front and center.
That's awesome. And so to the women that are out there that are also hiding,
Yeah.
what advice can you give to them?
Just to step out there and do it, really. That, you know, not to be afraid of it. Get out there, try different things. Yeah, just kind of jumped in with both feet.
So tell me what you think about this outfit, because you actually don't own jeans.
No, I don't own jeans. Mostly because I don't find them very comfortable, and I think about jeans the way they were 20 years ago, stiff and not very comfortable, but these are fabulous and they fit well. I love the top. I absolutely love the top. I'm kind of basics. I wear a lot of black, a lot of gray, a lot of navy. I don't wear a lot of color, and I certainly don't wear any pattern, but I absolutely love this shirt. Like, it was a great find. It was a great pick.
Let's show them the next outfit. Perfect. So this is the next look I picked for Tammy. Tammy's actually 5'4". So a lot of you out there probably when you see a jacket like this are thinking, oh, I can't wear that, I'm too short. However, it just happens to hit her proportionately at exactly the right place. It's just at her knee level. The cinching in of the waist is actually almost an empire waistline. It's not a true waist. White t-shirt opens up to her chest, and the jacket distracts from the waistline. The color looks amazing on her. I love it. Let's talk about this. Everyone needs a white V-neck. Did you have any t-shirts?
None.
No basic t-shirts. This is what I talk about in all my videos. Do you feel like that was part of something that was preventing you from getting dressed?
For a large part, yeah. And I think the reason why I hated t-shirts is I've never looked at a V-neck. So when I put on a round neck t-shirt, it always looked like a tent. Like, that's all you could see were boobs.
Yeah.
And so I just have always avoided t-shirts.
You do need an open neck t-shirt. So for any of you guys that are an inverted triangle, large chest, apple, you need the V-neck to break it up. Something that I want to talk about with this coat for Tammy as well. When I put it on Tammy, her eyes lit up. And so some advice that I want to give to you guys, and I gave this to Tammy too, because she's going to clean out her closet. 2 pieces of advice. 1, when you bring some clothes in, remove the equal amount of clothes out of your closet. 2, the piece that gives you the most joy, you want to relate all of the pieces back to that. So what I said to Tammy was, see how you feel about this jacket. Every piece in your closet, if it doesn't give you that much joy, you're probably not gonna wear it. Okay, so for our next look, you know, you guys, everyone needs the basics. Tammy did not have a jean jacket. She did not even have her pair of jeans, and she didn't even have a t-shirt. It was actually very easy for me because I just got her loaded up with all of the basics. I just feel like this is very her. It's edgy, it's casual, it's comfortable. Everyone needs a pair of black denim. They're a staple for any wardrobe. Everyone also needs a white t-shirt. Again, it's open at the top. This jean jacket gives her lots of room through the shoulders. She can wear it in the spring and the summer and the fall. It's a very like middle blue color, so it's not too light, it's not too dark. Sometimes jean jackets can be polarizing and you can only wear them in one season. I feel like this one has so much use. So I love this look, and I think it's very casual, cool, and most of all, she's comfortable and she looks like herself. Okay, so Tammy, this is a dramatic change. I mean, it's very you. It's basics and it's edgy, but at the same time, it's a dramatic change from where you were.
Absolutely.
What do you think when you like think back to your other outfits compared to this?
I don't think very much about it. It's it's kind of embarrassing a little bit to look back on it. I think the biggest piece for me, I was thinking about this in between changing, is how to put the pieces together. I have a lot of great pieces in my closet, but I don't pair them properly with the right things for balance and proportion.
That's a common thing. I mean, there's so many memes about it. Like, people have wardrobes of clothing, but they don't actually have any outfits.
Yes.
So maybe that's another video. You guys will have to let us know in the comments below if you want me to go through Tammy's closet, and we'll make outfits with what she has, because I bet you there's a million women out there who are like, yeah, that's me. I don't know how to wear that. Actually, I get a lot of DMs, and I try to answer all of you guys. People take pictures of themselves. I've seen the greatest pictures. You guys, like, in your bras and underwear, wanting to know body shape. I'm like, yeah, you're an hourglass, yeah.
And I think one thing you taught me too is if I do have those great pieces in my closet, but I don't know what to pair it with, take it to the store with me.
Yes.
And ask for some help on, how do I pair this? What do I pair this with?
Yeah, that's a really great tip. Where'd you learn that?
You.
And something else too with that is another thing. If you don't want to go to the store, you can actually Google it. So let's say it's like mustard yellow sweater, which she has. And you can tag street style. So if you Google mustard yellow sweater street style, you will see a bunch of outfits come up with a mustard yellow sweater. Those things are intuitive for me, and that might not be intuitive for everyone. So Google it. Just Google it. Thank you. I love this outfit.
Thank you.
So I really wanted to get Tammy one dress. Right now, as we're filming this, it's currently early spring, but we're about to move into spring and summer, and so I didn't want to negate those seasons. So I grabbed her one dress. A dress is so nice to wear in the summer. I've added a purse, a crossbody. In the summer, you can actually take off the boots, the jean jacket, and just wear it with like a pair of wrap sandals. Nude would be fantastic so that you're not chopping off the leg. Something to note about this dress for an apple body type, also for an inverted triangle. This is really good for you. It's open at the neck, and it's got an empire waistline, which means it's detracting from the stomach, so that she's not like, it's not tight. She can be really comfortable in this outfit. Tammy, how do you feel about this outfit? Tell me what you love.
I love the way the dress fits. I love the way it makes me feel. I like the jacket on top, and I like that I can take it from season to season. Like I can put a jacket on if it's a cooler evening, but take it off and also walk my dog around the beach, which I do a lot of.
So multi-purpose, and again, when you're shopping, I always try to say to people, you want to try and find like 3 different ways that you can wear that piece. So I'm a big believer in having a small wardrobe, because most of the time, everyone out there, you only wear 20% of your wardrobe. So if you're only if that's gonna be one of the 20%, you can dress it up, you can dress it down, you can wear it to the dog beach, you can wear it at your home, and you can also like wear it out to an event. If you're speaking to everyone out there, you've had like a pretty transformational makeover. And just so you guys know, Tammy's one of those people who does literally everything for everyone. So it was really nice to be able to give to you and see the big changes. To someone that's watching that is sort of afraid of those, like, cause you got Botox and filler.
I did.
And so that's probably something you would have never in your life thought of doing.
No, not until Kim talked me into it.
I just offered. I didn't have to talk too much.
This is true.
I was like, this is your appointment, and then she went. There was no coercing here. So there's gonna be some people out there that are like, I'm not into it, I'm never gonna do it. And there's gonna be some people out there watching that are like, I've thought about it, but I've been scared. I've been worried about being judged.
Yeah.
I'm worried about how much it costs. What difference has that made? Like for me, I think it took like 20 years off of your face.
For me, emotionally, personally, it's made a huge difference. You know, I'm gonna tear up.
Don't make me cry.
Not to have resting bee face, because I have had a lot of people, you know, say to me after a meeting or after a conference that, you know, I looked angry, and that's not me. I'm not an angry person. When people tell you look angry all the time, you just kind of start feeling bad about yourself, and so that has changed amazingly. And I was always afraid to go search somebody out like Dr. Pieri, because I wasn't really happy with my skin, and I didn't want people looking at it, including doctors or estheticians or anything like that.
Right.
They could not have been nicer to me. They could not have been kinder to me. They were just absolutely lovely and made me feel comfortable. So I stayed.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I didn't run from the room screaming.
So like emotionally, you feel better about yourself.
Emotionally, I feel amazing. I didn't know I could look like this.
And then talk to me a little bit about something that you didn't even know existed, and I didn't know existed. You went to Boutique Nails, and tell everybody what they did. Like,
they essentially perm your eyelashes, so they kind of put them on a form and they stretch them back and perm them a little bit so they have a curl, and then they dye them, which for me was, I had no idea you could do that, and it was phenomenal, because one thing that goes along with oily skin is I can't keep mascara on my face. I always have raccoon eyes. So now I don't. Like I actually have eyelashes that you can see, and I'm not going to be worried about getting raccoon eye.
and those are pretty low cost, non-invasive, really cool things to do for someone that is not, like, you're not high maintenance. Like, Tammy's not going to go put on mascara.
And that's important, because for what I do, I work a lot with folks back east, and so I'm on my computer on Skype 5-6 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and I generally don't turn my Skype camera on that early because I don't do anything. This morning I actually did.
Oh, she's Skype camera. She's like,
morning.
Look at me, everyone. So for the final topper, which is a very deluxe experience, Jenny McKinney, my makeup artist, did your makeup today for your big reveal.
Jenny was fabulous. I was joking with her afterwards, and kind of like clothes in your closet. Kim can attest to this. I have a ton of makeup at home, and I have, you know, good quality makeup that I've spent money on. And I will every once in a while be motivated and get up and put it on, and then I look in the mirror and I go, I look like a clown. I take it right back off. This is the first time in a long time that I haven't actually wanted to take my makeup off, and that's something.
You make me cry again, the second time. She's not crying, I'm crying. No, I mean, I think Jenny's really good. I mean, I looked at my makeup today, I was like, dang, I look bomb.
Yeah.
She's really good at making natural beauty. And for you guys who watch my channel and have for a long time, Jenny's been with me since the beginning. She's always here for every shoot. She's making me laugh, makes me cry. Jenny just started a YouTube channel. You guys need to go over there and give her some love. I'll link to it down below. Actually, Jenny, come in here. Jenny's here too.
Jenny is amazing.
Jenny's here. Come in, Jenny. We're in the middle. All right, in the middle, Jenny. Can you guys in the comments down below ask Jenny what you want to see? Because she's so good at natural makeup.
Yes.
Well, I think one of the first things you should do, show them how, simply.
Okay.
How do you do natural makeup?
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remember, please give Tammy and Jenny and everyone else who was involved in this project some love down in the comments below. Check out their Instagrams and websites, because they are all really, really good at what they do. Give Tammy a hand. Yay, give her some love.
Gorgeous.
It's not easy to be on camera, especially when you go from being a hermit and hiding to like in front of millions of people.
Oh, Tammy.
So you did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone give a kiss. Ready?
Okay.
See you on the next video. Welcome back to Secrets of... We today... Okay, cut. Anyone that has a kind of an apple-shaped body or wants to... Hey! Tammy's Pippa's favorite neighbor. Favorite person. She's almost... loves her more than me, almost. Sometimes it gives me a complex. Ambushed my neighbor and decided to give her a total makeout with the help of many people. Makeover?
Yeah, you're gonna make it out.
Oh, make out. I did not make out with my neighbor. Tammy and I did not make out. We've never made out.